Hi, I'm Melanie from Nova Scotia, Canada, and this is Adventures in Grocery Land. This is week 12 groceries of my $23 grocery budget challenge of 2024. The way the challenge works is I started in January, available to me for free. Free items were salt, pepper, oregano, parsley, honey, and any preserves that I made myself. I spent $23 each week, max cash budget, and tried to be creative to increase my buying power. So I looked for opportunities to get discounts, clearance items, redeem points from store incentive, reward programs, redeem manufacturer's coupons, utilize rain checks, any way that allowed me to increase what my actual cash budget would allow me to purchase. And the goal was to show that even on a very restrictive and small budget, that you could slowly start to build a pantry. And recently, there's two different kinds of pantries. There's the stockpile kind of pantry, which is always good to have. It's good to have a little stockpile. And then there is just your regular working pantry. And most people have a working pantry in their kitchen. It has spices, it has sauces, it has things like flour and baking soda and baking powder, ingredients that you can use to make things. So I believe that the key to maximizing a small budget is to have a stocked pantry. And for me, what I mean is a stocked working pantry that you are able to, if you have a recipe and you want to make it, you've got flour, you've got sugar, you've got all of those little ingredients, and you don't have to go out and buy every item needed to make, for example, to bake a cake. So showing that you can slowly start to accumulate these ingredients was really important for me and a really big part of why I started this challenge. Just yesterday, I released an update, a pantry update on what I have left after the first 11 weeks. And it's pretty impressive. If you haven't seen it, I really encourage you to watch the video. I don't think even I would have thought on week one. And week one, I had some major concerns of how this challenge was going to go. I definitely didn't foresee in week one that I would have the substantial amount of food that I have ended up with after week 11. So that being said, I have done the grocery shop for week 12 and it was phenomenal. I am stoked about week 12. I'm a hoarder of things, so I collect these points. I collect these fast fuel coupons that I can use as cash at Sobeys or Foodland, and I just like to hoard them and have them as a backup in case of an emergency. Well, this week I spent them, and I spent a lot of them. So I spent $22.48 cash. So I actually have cash budget left. So that's surprising. And I redeemed scene points twice. So you'll have to keep watching to find out how I did that. I redeemed the same points twice. The 1,000, and then I got those 1,000 back, and then I redeemed them again. I redeemed PC Optimum points, and I spent a lot of my fast fuel coupons. And as a result, I have an outstanding amount of groceries, and spoiler alert, I got a turkey. I have been hoping and hoping and hoping to get a turkey, and I got one. I'm really excited, and it's a butterball. So we're having turkey week 12. Woo! We're going to have turkey. Check out what I got this week. I am getting ready to head into town. The flyers have been released for this week, and I was specifically focused on, can I get a turkey? I'm very excited about one of the specials that are on. I'm going to do a hack. So the hack involves me using my scene card. With this hack and with points that I already have, I'm going to be able to get a turkey for $15, a butterball. And then I am going to use these fast fuel coupons, which total up to $14.96, meaning I should be paying 4 cents. That will round up to 5 cents, but if I pay with digital means, it'll only be 4 cents for my turkey. I'm pretty excited, and I am crossing my fingers that they have some in stock. The promo is on butterballs that are 3 to 5 kg, so you better believe that I'm going to be digging through the bin to find a turkey that is as close to the 5-pound limit that I can. Okay, I am here at Foodland. The turkeys are all repriced for the flat rate fee. So I am going to look through. So you can see here, this one's a $25 and it's 4.700 kgs. Here, 4.76, $25. Here, 4.38. So why would I buy a 4.38 when I could get a 4.77? So I'm going to dig through these and find the biggest one. Molasses is on sale this week at Giant Tiger for $3.47, but the regular price of the Great Value brand at Walmart is $3.27, so cheaper. The best way to use a coupon is when you double it up with something that's already on sale and lactose free. Woo. So that offer that I thought I had last week that wasn't there is back this week. So $3.99 special offer for me for the eggs, and then a loadable offer to get an additional 50 cents off. Well, 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 look what is in stock. 5 kilograms berry flour, $4. Looks like it's time to redeem some points and stock the pantry. I have never seen this before. I'm at Superstore. This is butternut squash, $1. And it is, it's squares, it's cubes inside of there. Okay, I'm gonna try one of these. So I'm at Sobeys and I was looking at the cheese. We haven't had Parmesan cheese yet on the challenge, and I actually love Asiago cheese. It's one of my favorites. I rarely ever buy it. And I see that the Parmesan Romano Asiago is on as a special offer for $4.59. It's regular $9.29. Just like the regular Parmesan. And I think I am going to spend some of my fast fuel coupons and get this. I'd really like to have it. 99 cents. I'm gonna have to think about this. Spicy tomato and Parmesan. That's an interesting combination for 99 cents. Too bad they didn't have any Alfredo sauce. I would like to get that for 99 cents. Still a big selection of pickles. Still $1.99. I should probably get another one of those for the pantry. I mean, seriously, when are pickles $1.99? I'm at the bulk barn, and I got a question this week of how does the Sustainable Sundays work? So I'm just going to read off the sign here, just in case anybody doesn't know. More refills, less landfills. Sustainable Sundays, 15% off your purchase every Sunday when you use reusable containers or bags. So the way that it works is inside of Bulk Barn, they have these little baggies that you put the items that you want. If you bring clean containers with you, so when I come, I bring clean glass jars, they weigh them, and then you put your items inside, you take them back up, and then they reweigh them, deducting what the weight of the jar was, and then they give you 15% off. So totally worth it if you are in town on a Sunday. I think we're gonna need some sage and maybe some savory for turkey dinner. And maybe a little bit of savory as well. This is a crazy buy. I wasn't planning on getting anything like this, but $9.99. Wow. As much as last week meals was a little bit mediocre, week 12 groceries, it is a total home run. Knocked it out of the park. I am incredibly grateful and thankful that everything just kind of came together the way that it did. I spent $22.48 of my $23 cash budget. I have 52 cents left. I redeemed PC Optimum points, I redeemed Seam points, and I redeemed some of the fast fuel coupons that I have been saving. Every single thing was on sale. Everything that I bought was on sale. And I also got a free item. Let's get started. Let's start with the turkey. It's Turkey Day. Yes, very exciting to me. I was fingers crossed, really hoping for turkeys to come on sale. There was a promo last Christmas that I thought was absolutely phenomenal, and I was just crossing my fingers. It would have worked really good with the points that I had, as well as with the fast fuel coupons, and it was my lucky day. That exact promo came out in the Foodland flyer. So the way that it worked, they had a flat rate fee advertised for their butterball turkeys that were 3 to 5 kgs. So if you purchased on top of that, so $25 for a flat rate fee for a butterball is not a bad buy. Most stores that have flat rate fees, those are for like just generic brand or store brand turkeys. I don't know what the difference is between a butterball, but it feels fancy to me. You got to have a butterball. So I was excited, flat rate fee, $25. And on top of that, if you loaded this special loadable digital offer for the Scene program, I belong to that, it's free, they would give you 1,000 bonus Scene points for buying the butterball. So this is where the hack comes in for me. So I love hacks. I already have 1,000 Scene points, so I want my points to work for me. If I bought, which I did, buy the butterball turkey for $25. I redeemed my 1,000 Scene points, which saved me $10. That instantly brought the price of the butterball down to $15. And then within 48 hours, that 1,000 Scene points that I had would just go right back into my... Okay, that was Graybeard. He was alerting us. A bird went by outside. We've let him out. So red alert is over. We are back to normal. Anyways, so I redeemed the 1,000 Scene points that I already had to save $10, and I got the butterball for $15. Incredibly exciting. Within 48 hours, the Scene points, the bonus that they were offering, will hit my account. So I will have the exact same amount of Scene points that I did when I started. Great. Now, I saved out my fast fuel coupons, and I knew I was doing this in advance, so I did a bunch of calculations. I did all kinds of varieties of which dollar values with which dollar values worked out to get me to the closest amount to $15, and I got it down to 4 cents. Do you see that on the bottom? 4 cents. That is what this turkey cost me. Very, very exciting. That was my first purchase for this week. Second purchase was actually Superstore. Was it? No, it wasn't. It was Walmart. Walmart was my second purchase, and this is where I got my item free. Now I'm going to get my receipt because this might not seem believable. So I wanted to get the restaurant style nachos. We really were digging the taco dip last week. I'm hoping to make it again. I need molasses. This is a very important ingredient. This was a planned and thoughtful ingredient. I have a ham. When I cook a ham, we're going to need some molasses to make brown bread. And I've got it in my mind that I don't have these supplies yet, but if I had beans, I could make baked beans to go with the ham. So if I spread out the spending, now I already have the ingredient. And they also had cheese on sale this week for $4.44, and I had a coupon. So that was my plan. The tortilla chips were in the flyer. When I got to the shelf tag was different than the price in the flyer. It wasn't a lot, it was 20 cents. So I thought, okay, well, I'll watch this when I scan them. Picked up my items, went up to the cash, I start ringing them through, and it scanned at the shelf price, not the price that was in the flyer. So the very first thing I do is I get one of the print flyers and I look for it. Of course, it was a messy print. It was a messy flyer. The pages were all out of order. I could not find it. So I looked it up on the Flip app. So the Flip app, you put in your postal code and it pulls the local flyers local to your area. So find it in the Flip app. Sure enough, it was a difference in price than what was on the shelf. I called the attendant because I prefer, don't come at me guys, I prefer self-checkout. I like it better. I like checking myself out. I just like self-checkout. That's for me. If it's not for you, that's okay. Totally okay. But I called the attendant over and I showed her on my phone that it was the flyer. And then I scrolled down to show the price, and she said no problem, that she would match the price that was in the flyer. And I said, this is a big deal for me. I said, do I get it for free? I do not like asking these questions. I have heard about scanning code of practice. This is where retailers voluntarily offer an item for free if it's under $10 if there's a discrepancy between the tag and the scanned price. So my discrepancy was not between the shelf tag and what scanned at the register. My discrepancy was between the flyer price and what scanned at the register. So she said she needed to get her supervisor to come. Okay, no problem. I'm waiting. And I mean, really, what's the worst that can happen? That worst is they just say no. I was planning on buying them anyways. So the supervisor comes over, she takes a look, she says, yes, we'll give it to you for the sale price that it is here, but we won't give it to you for free because this was an online price. And I said, no, it's actually, I'm not in the online shopping. And then I just kind of scrolled up on my phone and said my example. So here was my phone, and here is where I was holding the actual current store flyer, and the pictures were exactly the same. I was on page 1 of the flyer here and page 1 of the flyer, the paper flyer in my hand. And when she saw that, and I said, like, I'm actually looking at the flyer, she said, we're going to give it to you for free. So I was very excited about that. So you can see here, the very first item, the price, they overrode it to $0. So my big total after that big long story was $7.21. I used a 50-cent coupon on the cheese. My second shop of the week was at Superstore. And I had full intentions of redeeming points for flour last week. I wanted to stock the pantry. This is 5 kilograms of flour, and they are a hit of the month at Atlantic Superstore. I'm sure they're also at Shoppers Drug Mart. They're also at No Frills. Those are the Loblaws brands local to me. It's probably at Canadian Superstore if you're in Central Canada or out West. But they were $4. That's a phenomenal price. So I was hoping to redeem points for them last week, but they didn't have any in stock. So they did this week. And I also wanted to redeem for eggs. I had a special offer for 3 eggs for $3.99, and then I had a loadable offer for an extra 50 cents off for the eggs. I had this 50% or 50% off for the English muffins, and I specifically wanted English muffins because I bought those sausage rounds last week, so I was wanting to make breakfast sandwiches. So this would have been $1.45, and thanks to my neighbor Valerie, who let me know that Superstore is now carrying, so this is a no-name brand. This is actually this exact style packaging when I buy frozen spinach, which I haven't bought for a really long time, but this is the style packaging. And she let me know that it was new and it was on sale for $1. So I wanted one of those. So we got flour. So this was $8, $1.45, $1. And then sad, I didn't notice at the time. I didn't notice until I got home. I was thinking these were going to be $3.49. So the special offer for $3.99 and then the 50 cents off, but it didn't double up. The offers didn't stack. So I only got it for $3.99. So altogether, then I redeemed 10,000 PC Optimum points, which saved me $10. The total that I spent at Superstore was $4.44. Then I shopped at Sobeys. I'm losing track of where I am. Then I shopped at Sobeys. I wanted to get cranberries. I had it in my mind. Once I got the turkey, that it would be nice to have cranberry sauce with the meal. I specifically went in there because they had these packaged Clubhouse mixes on for 66 cents, and I was only intending to buy one. And then I kind of got sucked into, wow, these are a lot of things that I didn't even really know about. So these were all 66 cents. I saw the Parmesan Romano Asiago cheese was an in-store special. The cranberries were on sale as well, $3.99. And I did try to find fresh local cranberries. I did ask at a couple stores and they just told me that the season wasn't, we're not in the season right now, so that if I wanted cranberries, I'd need to buy frozen. So this bag is actually 600 grams, which gives me about double the amount that the little bags, the individual bags would be if I was buying fresh. So I just wanted to show here. My total came to $12.54, but I decided to redeem some fast fuel coupons, and it brought my total down to $8.10. Well, let's talk about these little mixes, these mix packages. I've been really craving poutine. So I was thinking in my mind, let's get just a brown gravy. I really love that darker gravy to make my poutines with. And then I saw this. I never have had this before, peppercorn gravy mix. So I thought, okay, we'll try that. And then I was thinking, geez, I only have 2 cheese slices left. If I'm making anything with a cheese sauce, 66 cents is a lot cheaper than buying an entire package of cheese slices, because that's normally what I use. So I thought, well, I'll just pick up one of those. And then I thought, well, I do love Sloppy Joe's, and that's a really crazy price, 66 cents. And then I got these. I have never bought a salad and dip mix before, Clubhouse, anything. I have tons of spices in my existing house pantry that I do not have access to on this challenge. I've got everything, you name it, I've got it. I love spices. I love making dips. I love making all kinds of things from scratch and using some of my spices and my spice blends for them. But that is not to be when I am using $23 and also sharing my food with somebody else. Now, last week, if you've been following along, you might remember that I got those 2 packages of spreadable cream cheese for, was it 25 cents? 25 cents? Yeah, 25 cents. But I have no spices to put in it. Sure, I've got spices, but like what? I'm going to put oregano in my dip? That's crazy. Or celery powder that I did myself, or broccoli powder that I did myself? No. I've got spices on this challenge, but they're savory spices for cooking. They do not belong in dips. So for 66 cents, again, like I didn't plan on getting these. I didn't know there was such a thing. I was actually thinking that I could use this, not necessarily to make guacamole, but this has all kinds of spices in it. I could use this as a dip mix. Dehydrated vegetables, garlic, red bell pepper, onion, carrots, spices and herbs. So that sounds really good, like something that I might want to make some kind of a dip. And then, I mean, this one is just a flat out dip mix. And another thing, like I've also got sour cream right now. So I'm really excited about that. It was, I know, at 66 cents, it wasn't that much of a splurge, but it is a splurge when you consider that I wasn't planning on getting it. And there are things that you can buy for 66 cents, especially adding 3.66 or 4.66 cents together. There are definitely other ingredients that I could have added into this. So this was a splurge for me. So yes, even on a $23 a week, I am doing impulse buys. Yeah, impulse buying can get you into trouble, but in this case, I'm really happy with it. And my absolute last, my final shop was at the Bulk Barn. I got sage. This is rubbed sage. Nope, this is rubbed sage. And this is summer savory. I got these because, I mean, turkey dinner, if I end up making any kind of stuffing or dressing, or I just want to put it in while I'm cooking it. And the total for those came to 74 cents. Pretty good. I'm very happy with all of this. Plus, I've got still a whole bunch of fast fuel coupons left. Oh my gosh, I didn't even touch base on this. Okay, so you know how I said about the Butterball turkey? I spent my 1,000 scene points to get $10 off, but within 48 hours, they give you back those points. Well, guess what? I spent them again. I was in Foodland. Those points had hit my account again, and there was an in-store special for this deli gathering tray, deluxe deli tray for $9.99. I think these regularly go for $24.99. So normally I don't splurge on things like this, but I definitely couldn't have bought crackers and olives and the different kinds of cheeses and the different kinds of meats. I wouldn't have been able to put this together for that price. And even if I could source all of those ingredients at a bunch of different stores, I had free money at Sobeys or Foodland. That's where my scene points were good. So I think we might have a little fun gathering on Saturday night, and we can perhaps have this. Very exciting. Yeah. So I did all kinds of redemptions. So like I said, I do have fast fuel coupons left. I do have $30 worth of points left at Superstore, so PC Optimum points. And I actually haven't checked it lately. I've probably bumped, I was getting close to having the next level up. I'll check it again. I might actually be at $40 again because more points have hit my account. My scene points are gone. Those are totally gone now. Well, I have scene points left. I just don't have enough to do a redemption. So what do you guys think of all of this? This is really how you maximize a small budget. You make the sales work for you. You belong to store incentive programs. They are free. And I just really try to make my money work for me. So that $23 budget, knowing things like there is a program where you can ask if the price is wrong, getting those free. I mean, those were worth $2.67. And I got them free. So something would have been gone from here, probably the coleslaw, or maybe the English muffins. I don't know. Redeeming the scene points, redeeming the fast fuel coupons. It just really, really expands my buying power. And when you're on a small budget, it can expand your buying power as well. Doesn't matter if you don't live in Nova Scotia. Doesn't matter where you live. There's going to be programs at stores that are local to you. You just need to do a little research and figure out what they are and how they work. And once you find out how they work, then you can work them to your advantage. What do you think is the best buy of the week, guys? Very excited. Let me know your thoughts. I always rewatch all my videos. So I noticed that I never discussed where I purchased. This is coleslaw. I got it from Giant Tiger. It was $1.99, a flyer item, and purchased it for this week. And I also noticed that I didn't even have the stovetop stuffing out. I purchased this and used fast fuel coupons. And interestingly enough, it is not for eating with turkey dinner, which I have planned, but for a different recipe that I have in my mind that I would like to make. So as you can tell, I was so excited with all of the groceries. I totally forgot until the end. I almost forgot to talk about the deli tray. I totally forgot to talk about the coleslaw. I didn't even have the stovetop stuffing out. It was just a really thrilling week, and it was just so exciting. I was all flustered about the whole video, sharing everything. We have some really great meals to look forward to. So I've got some plans. I bought some ingredients. Like I've been really craving poutines. I have bought the ingredients that I needed to fill my ingredient gaps because I have a lot of the things that I need to use already. I bought a turkey and I bought a couple things to go with what I think will be a wonderful turkey dinner. So kind of filling in those ingredient gaps. And I'm pre-planning for other meals for other weeks. I have a ham, but I have some ideas of what I would like to make as sides to go with that ham. And so I'm trying to fill in the ingredient gaps for that and spread out the spending of all of the ingredients that I need. Let me know what you think about this week. And thanks for tuning in. If you haven't already subscribed to my channel, I would appreciate it if you would do so. It would help me. Thanks, everybody.